sure it's not going to be the end of the world. Oh no, we won't get paid 50p for this stream. Oh no. I can't hear it anymore, it's good. We are actually rolling now, by the way. Excellent stuff. So for those of you listening, you're early. We haven't started yet. Go away. No, I'm joking, stay. I'm joking, I'm only joking, stay, don't go anywhere. Can't find a place to put it without it either falling or strangling me. Serious? Oh no, it's been ages in the talking. But it'll probably be about a year until it comes to the PS5 though. Do you reckon it will be? Are you likely to get a PS5 at any point? You still need to get motive on the PC. Nah, if we're going to go on a PC, we'd do ACC. I wouldn't go all the way onto PC just to do Project Golf. Yeah. Would you help out if we did? I mean, first I just need to save up for a good PC first. How long have we... Oh, you don't know because you're not in there. I was about to ask how long's left in practice. Right. I'll know in a second, don't worry. Do I have time to go and get myself a water? Do I have time? Right. We're right at the end of practice and we've got a formation lap, so we've got time. Right, I'm going to get water. Back is it. Oh. Hello. Did you? What'd you say to the viewers, Ian? What's Ian been saying to you? So here we are then, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting ready to go for the formation lap. Obviously let's not get too excited or ahead of ourselves because we're still going to be driving around at a very slow speed for the next foreseeable. There have been times in the past where I've forgotten that we're doing a formation lap, and I've been saying, back in the early days of commentary when I was a bit less natural and a bit more forced, I used to put on this like overexcitement, and I used to be like, and here we go, and here we go, and I'd just like be, oh what? We could hear you fine the other day. Really? Oh wait, speak, right, six. Hold on. Oh wait, speak, right, six. It was perfectly fine the other day. What have you done something to your settings? Hold on. Oh mate, that's a shame. It's been like that all night. It would have been like that all night because we haven't changed anything. Yeah, you're all the way up. It's because you're on Ruby Lover. You haven't enabled it. Do you remember you were on Emo Guy the other day? Yeah, you were on Emo Guy. For the commentary you were. Yeah, you need to enable it, mate. You need to enable it. Oh, bollocks. So all night, you've only been able to hear me. Oh my God, that's so annoying. You've wasted the last hour and a half of your life. How do you feel? Well, I didn't, mate, how am I supposed to, am I supposed to babysit you? Am I your dad? Or am I your father now? Here we are then. Hopefully Ian sorted that out, but we're about to go racing here for the final race of the night here at Motive. All the touring cars here, the opening round of the season at Silverstone National. What? Hey?
And I know for a fact I would have heard that one.
Anyway, here we go. Over the line, in the sunset here, as the sun's gone down and we're about to have some ultimate illuminations here.
Hi, Joe boy. Hi.
As here we come down to Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Big Blue all over the back of Smoky Devil. Thomas and Pot the Brown. Pop Rex just behind Pot the Brown. You've got Nick the Vidder ahead of Team W, followed by Doris. Craig J is all over the back of Doris. All over the back of Craig. Sorry, what's going on here? Oh no, there's been a collision there coming out of Chapel Curve. Aussie involved in that one, and Jay also involved in that as well. Oh, wow, lots of cars involved in a bit of a collision there coming out of Chapel Curve. Unbelievable stuff. As Team MW there trying to get past Craig. Craig holding the inside there for Luffield. As they all come through Luffield now. Thomas came off worse in that little exchange there. He's now well off the rest of them there in 13th place. He's 8 seconds off of the lead here as we come over the line to complete the first racing lap. But Smokey and Big Blue making the most of their lofty grid positions. They have got up and gone here at the start of this race. And Nick into the pits at the end of the first lap. So maybe a bit of damage there. I don't quite know. It must be damaged because there's no mandatory pit stop here for the final race, or for any of the races in fact. Oh, Big Blue there just tapping Smokey a little bit. He's trying to push his way through. Big Blue there's got the lead. He's just ahead of Smokey as they come down the Wellington Straight, and Paul Pooper here is trying to follow him through as well. But Smokey's still there on the inside. Can he throw one up the inside into Brooklands? They're still side by side, but Big Blue covers Smokey off there into the corner, and nothing doing there. Smokey can't throw one up the inside. Big Blue takes the lead of the final race of the night. Excellent stuff there from him. John Boy here, popping off in the comments right now. I thought Andy was talking to yourself. Going to have to call Nick lucky, as if he had bad luck, he would have no luck at all. Wouldn't that mean he's unlucky?
Yeah, I would say so.
There must be like some sort of like nous to that joke that I'm missing. It's going over my head. But
Yeah.
Brown, yeah, it's gone over your head as well. But nonetheless,
It's not again with that. It's not very
sorry,
hard.
we're a bit slow, John boy. Sorry, we're both a bit slow. We're not very good at getting jokes. So
Mate,
you might have to explain that one to us.
My mind is running on Windows 97.
Sorry, we're basically like children. You have to explain jokes to us. But
It's the only luck he has is bad luck. That's what John Boy said.
No, I know what the phrase means. If he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. I know that phrase. Like, I don't know. I'm lost. Sorry, John. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that's all bad.
I'm really sorry. You just got unlucky. You just got two people who just have no sense of humour in the commentary box.
I have a sense of humour. I'm just not well with it, man. So normally my mind runs on Windows 97, but when I'm ill, it runs on like Windows Alpha 0.1.
Currently we've got a 7-car battle for the lead here. 2 seconds separating the top 7, as we can see Craig here trying to go around the outside of the BMW of Mike. Mike there just holding it there. TMW's now lost out to Craig, and as we're side by side there with TMW coming out of Chapel Curve down the Wellington straight. We go, oh, there's contact there in the foreground. Oh no! Oh no! So Doris Steer there in the wall, loses out a couple of places there. There was contact there coming into Brooklands. And Doris Steer's got big damage on the front of the car as well, which is going to be really affecting his drivability at this point.
Penalty Rangers.
John Boy said, don't worry, you confused me now. Well, that's great, because we're all confused. We're all confused. We're all lost.
You'd fit in very well in the commentary.
Yeah, Iain, I think you're right there. You would actually be perfect joining us in the commentary box. Unfortunately, he's working tonight, and if he wasn't working, he'd be racing, so he's unlikely to join us on the comms anytime soon. But nonetheless, yeah, because I'm not going to say why. But
I'm still getting paid for it, so I don't care.
Smokey's at the moment coming out of Chapel, and he's dropped down to 11th place. What has happened to Smokey Devil here? So he's had a bit of a skirmish there coming out of Chapel Curve. In the meantime, we're watching the leaders there coming through your shop. They're all line astern at the moment, not really any battles going on, but the top 12 cars separated by 8 seconds. And poor old Nick Villa running in 13th place, should I say, has had an absolute horror show of a final race of tonight. As we've got Craig all over the back of Doris Steer as they're coming through Woodcote. Is he going to be able to look to the outside? Doris Steer covering the inside off here, which means that Craig's going to have to get this one around the long way if he wants to get it done into Cops Corner. Doris defending the inside line. As here we go, Craig's going to try and get that extra speed there, and he gets it done beautifully there, but he goes a little bit wide, which has got a bit of speed, and Doris Steer's keeping it side by side, is he? No, I think Craig's got that done. Craig moves himself up into 4th place there. That is job done there for him. But exciting racing here in the opening stage of this final race of the evening, as we can see the leaders coming up towards the lap car, or the soon-to-be lap car of Nick de Villa. There's Big Blue, your race leader, but Mike is in that slipstream here, getting closer and closer down towards Brooklyn as we go. In the background, we've got Team MW looking to the inside. Doris Steer into, and here we go. He's going to make that move. He's done it. Great move up the inside there from Team MW. Doris Steer with damage on the front of the car though, which will be affecting his drivability for sure.
But he did do well to avoid the contact with him though.
He certainly did. Oh, it's Doris Steer again running wide, and that's going to allow Jay up the inside, and surely Ozzy's going to get him as well. So Jay and Ozzy grabbing Doris without any issues really there, to be honest with you. And Doris Steer going backwards there without damage. I don't think he's going to be able to gain any places from here. I think it's going to be a backwards sort of trajectory from here to the end of the race.
There's definitely a lot of inappropriate workplace touching tonight.
As we see the leaders here coming out of Chapel Curve, half a second separating Big Blue Mike and Bart Pooper X. And these, well in fact actually Craig's going with them a little bit here. They do seem to be gapping the others. Oh, it's Mike here looking to make a dive down the inside. He couldn't do it on Cobb in the first race. He can't do it on Big Blue either. Big Blue there goes a bit wide going out of Brooklands, but he holds the inside line in for Luffield. And Mike there tried it. To be fair, you've got to give him credit. He gave it a go. It didn't work though. And Bart Pooper there trying to get ahead of Mike, but Mike holds it as they come through Woodcote. Mike's going to get a second bite of the cherry here on Big Blue, but Big Blue's going to cover that inside line off as they come down towards Cops Corner. The BMW sniffing around the outside. He's not going to get it surely, is he? And Big Blue's just going to hold that inside line.
He's going for the cutback, I think.
Yeah, he's not going to do
No,
it.
he's
Mike's
not.
a bit wide. Wide coming out of Cox, and he's lost out to Park Pooper.
Oh.
Park Pooper there swoops through up into second place, side by side with Mike. Mike's trying to keep it around the outside. Oh no, and Team MW there goes wide, coming through Chapel Curve, and he's dropping down the order like a stone here. Aussie also followed him wide as well, but Team MW there down to 9th place. Aussie Albie down to 8th. Both of those two losing a load of places there. What a shame. As Craig here attacking on the back of the leaders. So you've got Mike there who's just keeping ahead of Park Pooper. Park Pooper's got Craig down his inside, and Craig moves himself up into 3rd place, but Park Pooper keeping around the outside there. Into left field we go. Bit of contact there between Park Pooper and Craig. Park Pooper keeping on the inside and holds on to that final podium place. As I've got a cup of water in my hand which I need to take a sip from.
But as we've got John Boy in the chat saying, come on, Big Blue, hold that BMW up. As we saw from the previous 2 races, it's very difficult to hold that BMW up in the straight line because it has got such, it has so much stronger straight line speed than the Megane.
Yeah, it definitely has. But obviously, Big Blue's getting such good exits out of his slower corners that it's keeping him in good stead going down those straights. There's Mike almost tapping him in the rear there. The BMW's back end's a lot more loose than the Megane. You find that contact really unsettles it. With the Megane, you can bang doors. With the BMW, if you bang doors too much, you find yourself you find yourself facing the wrong way. But here we go. Anyway, we've got Big Blue back down the inside of Mike. Mike had a better straight line speed. He's keeping it there. Big slide there from Mike. Massive slide. Just about held it. How on earth did he manage to keep that pointing in the right direction? I will never know. But Park Pooper can't get ahead of him, and Mike's still holding on for 2nd place. But Park Pooper is side by side with him here, coming through Woodcote. That BMW straight line speed will take him away from Park Pooper. But Big Blue once again putting on a defensive masterclass here out the front.
But I think a lot of people say, or at least I say, what the BMW lacks just of lack of use of indicators, it makes up for keeping it straight on the road.
It definitely
it's
does.
It's basically an opposite of a Mustang.
As we see Craig there moving up the inside of Park Pooper there up into 3rd place. But Park Pooper's not done on the back of these guys. Jay with a bit of a wiggle there on the back of this. Now what is a quintet battling over the lead.
I think that was a lot like the tiniest bit of contact there. He probably got stuck to the bumper.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Jay, I think, got caught out by Park Pooper there, who was obviously in a train of cars, and they're all kind of domino affecting into each other in that part of the circuit. But Big Blue still holding on ahead of Mike, and Craig has got pressure from Park Pooper and Jay. Cobb and Aussie now joining this battle. This could quickly become a 7-car battle for the lead here. Top 7 separated by just over 2 seconds at this point. So at the moment it's a Big Blue train here as they're coming into Cops Corner. But Big Blue's done a really good job here of holding on to this lead. Obviously qualified in 2nd place. But Smokey had his moments on the first lap which dropped him down the order, which gave Big Blue the lead. And Mike's done Big Blue. Mike's in the lead as they come through Beckett's into Chapel. Big Blue's trying to keep it on him here as he gets a decent enough exit, but Mike has seized the lead and looks like he's got that one done. He's made that one stick there. Big Blue in the slipstream here coming down the Wellington Straight, but Mike has finally made that one happen. It was a long time coming there, as we can see Craig here looking to the inside of Big Blue into Brooklands, and Jay down the inside of Park Pooper, and Jay's going to have that one done there. Beautiful move there from Jay.
Action all up and down the field today.
Yeah, Park Pooper trying to come back in there, coming out of Luffield. J-Lo getting a better exit and gets the move completed there up into 4th place. Really nice move there from Jay. It was it took a while, took a few corners to get it completed. Big Blue's not giving up on the back of Mike. You can see them coming down towards Cops Corner again. Craig is definitely sniffing a win here in this race as well, though. Right there in 3rd place behind these guys at the moment. As we watch the leaders coming down towards Magnussen Beckett's. We've got 7 cars separated by 1.3 seconds. What a battle this is, as Big Blue gets pushed wide there by Craig. Craig with a little bit of a push to pass. A little bit rude there from Craig. Jay follows him through as well. So Craig and Jay up into 2nd and 3rd places. Big Blue now off for the podium after leading the race just over a lap ago. But Mike has got Craig in his slipstream here, weaving around, trying to keep onto that toe because the Megane of Craig knows perfectly well his Megane has not got the straight line speed of that BMW that Mike's got, so he needs to keep into that toe if he possibly can. But Mike's still ahead of Craig and Jay, with Big Blue and Park Hooper completing that top 5. Cobb and Aussie are right there on the back of this train though, and this is going to be a fantastic battle here with 8 laps left to go at Silverstone for this final race of the night here, for the opening round of the Touring Car Championship here at Motic for season 15. Down towards Cops Corner we come once again. There's Mike, Craig, Jay, Big Blue and Park Hooper and Emo Guy. This is heating up.
It really is. It's why they waited until the final race of the night to do all this, I will never know.
Because of the reverse grid.
Well, yeah, that too. But yeah, they're putting on a hell of a show. They're showing us exactly why these guys are the best in the touring cars that move.
Does this remind you of when we used to race in it?
Well, there was more. Yeah, but at that point there was more view in my rear view mirror.
As we've got Jay down the inside of Craig into Brooklands. Close battle between the two of them. Craig down on the inside. I think about at least half of these guys were racing in the league when we used to race in Touring Car Tier 1. You had like Craig, Jay, Cobb,
Smokey.
John Boy, who's not here, Smokey Nick, yeah. So yeah, John Boy would normally be here. So I'd say at least half the grid that are in here this season were in it when we were racing.
Well, I was racing back still the Clios when John Boy was still here as well.
Yeah, but you carried on doing touring cars for a couple of seasons after you quit the Clios. Because I raced in the touring. We both raced in the Touring Car Tier 1 when it was on a Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, then again, I think I gave up to Clios.
Yeah, but you carried on with touring cars for a while after, didn't you?
Yeah, well, after I won Tier 2 Clios, I gave it up for a while. Then I came back for one season. Now I went to the touring cars. Yeah.
I remember, as we got Cobby down the inside of Aussie into Brooklands, Aussie keeping it around the outside. Obviously, Aussie Albie back then was sort of like you only really saw him in public lobbies, but he's been in the leagues now for about a year and a half or so.
I used to race with him. Well, I was still here. No,
wait, Aussie Albie? Yeah. I've known Aussie Albie longer than I've known anybody else in this lobby. No joke.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was racing on Aussie Albie when we still did the GTEs.
I met Aussie Albie in a lobby that was hosted by JR.
Yeah.
Which just goes to show JR hasn't played this game for about 4 years. But Aussie there staying ahead of Big Blue at the moment. I mean, that's how I knew JR. Obviously, I don't think I've ever actually spoken to you and JR at the same time, but I know both of you very well.
Yeah.
But I've never actually spoken to both of you at the same time, which is weird, actually.
Yeah, well, JR's mostly on Irish nowadays, so I don't really get a chance to race.
As we got Big Blue looking up the inside of Aussie into Brooklands, but nothing doing. But yeah, I met Aussie in a public lobby, and he never used to do league racing. That was never his thing. But then, last few seasons at Motive, I mean, probably just over a year now since we started Project Cars 2 back up again. Because after the first sort of Motive doomsday, you know what I'm talking about, when SimZone started, we stopped doing Project Cars 2 for about a year. And that was about a year ago. So it's been about the same amount of time since we brought it back as it was that we actually didn't have any leagues at all. Which is kind of crazy to think, but ever since we brought them back, Aussie Albie's been regular across the board. Always, I don't think he's hardly missed a race. I think he missed one race because he was moving house or something. I can't remember.
I remember that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Very nice thumb, by the way.
As we got Craig here, look at making a move for the lead. Wow, look at this. Down the inside of Mike into Brooklands, but there's contact between them. And Mike's sliding around, and Craig there, very sportsman-like there, waiting for Mike to get it going. But Jay's trying around the outside now. Jay's up into second, and looking to try and make it 2 moves in a couple of corners. Mike gets a good enough exit though, but Jay is on the warpath here, as we've got 4 laps left to go in this final race. Jay has come alive here in the closing stages of this final race. As you can see him in the slipstream here, trying to get close onto the back of Mike. Jay is going to leave absolutely nothing out there here in this one. But he tags the rear of Mike a little bit. And he's lost momentum there. No, and there's contact there between Craig and Jay. No, and Jay gets sideways and goes into the side there. And there's a huge crash here. And that was Jay. It was also Tim W was caught up in that. Big Blue's got huge damage from that one as well. Craig now leads the race with all of that going on. Craig leads ahead of Mike as they're coming down the Wellington Straight into Brooklands. Mike has the inside line. Craig's going to try and go for a cutback here, and he might be able to execute it, but Mike gets a good enough run there into Luffield. What a shame though, that collision. Jay was rubbing doors with pretty sure it was, do you know what?
I'll have a look back real quick.
Yeah, Jay was rubbing doors with somebody and then lost control of the car, and that just set off a chain reaction there. Big Blue, I think he was rubbing doors with, but then Big Blue's got the biggest damage of anybody. Didn't lose too many positions, but he's got huge damage. He's going to be limping around. I'd be surprised if he holds on from Doris, who's 7 seconds behind him on the road. Saying that, Doris has got major damage as well, actually.
Oh,
so
hold on, who's in the white and blue car?
Craig.
Yeah.
He's got free with that one as well, did Craig?
Yeah, Craig had an incident on the curbs. They got his back end loose. They kept squirreling back onto the track, caught the back end of Jay.
To be honest, that sounds about right. I mean, it all happened too quickly for me to really process what was going on. But and obviously you're watching it from an awkward camera angle as well, because the camera angle there, you're watching it from behind, you're watching them driving away from you. So it's a difficult one. But yeah, what a shame there. Obviously, Jay was driving a cracker of a race, was on course for a podium, as was Big Blue on course for a really good point scoring position. But these things unfortunately do happen.
I'm going to blame John Boy for cursing Jay with that one, because he did say...
Yeah, don't blame anybody who was actually there, just blame somebody who was not even in the room. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's blame it on somebody who wasn't even there. Let's blame somebody who was...
It's a spectator's curse.
Let's blame somebody who was blissfully ignorant of it even occurring.
No, John Boy, he's a spectator, so he's the one that said Jay looking for a comeback, so he cursed him.
John Boy, you're at fault for something you weren't even present for.
Yeah.
How do you feel? You remotely caused an accident on the track. But here we are anyway.
That's the model of the holiday park that I work at. If someone's not there and something happens, you blame them.
I suppose that's quite a good way of looking at it. It's called
winging it.
No, it's called guilt. No, it's called guilt. No, absence. Absence means guilt, rather than absence meaning absence of guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike and Craig here coming out of Chapel onto the Wellington Straight here for the final time in this final race of the night, and Craig's putting the pressure on, but I think that Mike's going to be able to see this one out. He's been in this situation a few times here tonight, as into Brooklands we go. Aussie there running in a podium place. What a fantastic job he's done tonight in this season opener. Team MW and Park, who were battling over P5 and 6, but I think that one's all said and done. Pop the Brown, Doris Steer, Big Blue coming round on the final lap of the race. Big Blue with huge damage, and he's lost out to Pop the Brown and Doris Steer on this final lap there. Thomas, Smokey, Jay and Nick are still going, but Mike coming up towards the line. It's going to take the final race of the night. Great job there from him. So he takes 3 wins from 3 to kick off the season. Craig there in second ahead of Aussie, who completes the podium, with Cobb over in fourth ahead of Team MW. Park Hooper there in P6 ahead of Pop the Brown, who will come over in 7th place. Doris Steer will cross the line in 8th ahead of Big Blue, who comes over in 9th place. Thomas will complete the top 10 just ahead of Smoky Devil, who finishes the race in 11th place. Big gap back to Jay, who unfortunately was caught up in that collision coming out of Cops Corner, and he's missing his rear wing as well, bless him, and he might lose out to Nick here. Close between them, bit of a bang between them as they come over the line. Jay comes over, actually Nick was a lap down anyway, so it didn't matter, but Jay finishes the race in 12th and Nick 13th. But what racing we've had over the course of tonight. Fantastic action. Mike, Craig and Aussie Albie at your podium finishers. But that was absolutely thrilling, Emo Guy. I don't know about yourself, but I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I'm not the biggest fan of the track layout, but it's proven me wrong in terms of how much action you can have, especially at these cars. Yeah, the excitement and the close racing that Silverstone National is able to generate, I think, is second to none. Yeah. But thanks everybody. Definitely. Thanks everybody anyway for joining us live on the channel. If you did enjoy, smash the like button. If one of the drivers watching this back, then please feel free to share it with your friends, family members and otherwise associates. And we'll be back next week for the GT4s on Tuesday and the touring cars on Thursday. Also, feel free to tune in on tomorrow. We'll be live for the F1 League, and Sunday night for the GT3 Championship on ACC. With that being said, it's good night from me. It's good night from me. Bye bye.